So today we're going to be making a start on painting the boat. I've already done a little test piece. Now this boat is under 10 years old, but you wouldn't really believe it. This is how quick boats deteriorate when they're in the river. So if you're going to eat an elephant, you've got to do it one bite at a time. So I'm going to make a start on the roof, see how far I get. Now let's have a look at what we're going to use to rub it down with. My weapons of choice are an electric orbital sander, or DA if you're that way inclined. Just a normal 4-inch grinder. Now the coarsest discs you can get for the DA are 40. Now I had a little go at it a couple of weeks ago, and that little patch there took me 20 minutes. So it was look at the size of the roof, that's 30 square meters. Doing it that way would just take forever. So what I've decided to do is hit it with the grinder, and I've got a choice of these clean and strip wheels that don't really scuff up the metal too bad, just take the paint off, or these 36 grit grinding flat discs. Now I've had a little go already, and to do that area took me about 15 minutes. So today I'm going to be laying into the roof and just see how far I can get in a couple of hours. So first up we're going to use the clean and strip wheel. I'm going to attack this rusty bit here, give it about 4 or 5 minutes, just see how it comes up. See, that's clean, but it doesn't leave any gouges in it at all, so the paint will key to that really nicely. You can see where the paint's sort of crazed and popped where it's degraded over the years. I say, no, this paint's only been on here less than 10 years, and I was told it was the thing to use at the time. It's just a single part paint, designed for metal, and as you can see I put it on top of red oxide. What I'm going to be using this time is epoxy, which seems to be all the rage. It's a 2-part paint, so it's essentially a resin, and apparently it's way more durable and goes off rock hard and will last for years, so time will tell. So this area here is taking me about 4 or 5 minutes, back to bare metal. There's barely anywhere on this pad. Now these are great on big flat areas, but if you catch them on an edge they absolutely disintegrate, and they're not the cheapest of things. So if you just hold it flat on big areas like this, that's what can be achieved in about 5 or 10 minutes. Now I've got another 30 square meters to go, and that's just the roof. But like I say, break it down into little manageable chunks, and I'm going to paint this in stages as well, and it will get done. So I put 3 hours of parking on my car, so see how much I can get done. I've virtually done 1 panel. The only thing that stopped me was a thermal cutout on my grinder cut-in, so just stopped it. Otherwise I'd have just finished that little bit there. So the roof is made up of 5 of these panels, and I've done 1 in about 2 hours. So yes, it is a mammoth task, and it's easy to get put off. But in real terms, in 3 or 4 mornings, the whole thing will be bare metal and ready for paint. And that's the way you got to look at it. So just small achievement. Another couple of hours spent on the Sunday morning, and we've got a good chunk of it ready for epoxy. So we'll mix some of that up and get it on.